Hello friends and again welcome to our YouTube channel Shri Rawatpura Sarkar University. This is Aditi Giri Goswami from Department of Pharmacy. Today I am going to discuss about pathophysiology of cataract, the mechanism which are involved in the developing of cataract, which is the second part of previous lecture. In our previous lecture we already discussed about cataract, but today I am going to discuss about pathophysiology of cataract formation. Before we can start the pathophysiology of cataract, let's recall the cataract. It is a visual impairment causing disturbance in lens transparency, occurs mainly due to opacification or optical dysfunction of crystalline lens. Also, it reduces the amount of incoming light and results in deterioration of the vision. Cataract in diabetes patient is a major cause of blindness in developed and developing countries. Worldwide, more than 285 million people are affected by diabetes mellitus. This number is expected to increase to 439 million by 2030 year, according to the International Diabetes Federation. Cataract is considered a major cause of visual impairment in diabetes patients as the incidence and progression of cataract is elevated in patients with diabetes mellitus. The association between diabetes and cataract formation has been shown in clinical, epidemiological, and basic research studies. How the cataract occurred by diabetes? It occurs due to enough accumulation of sorbitol in lens and causes osmotic imbalance, oxidative stress, and vascular endothelium dysfunction. Now, mechanisms associated with cataract. The first one is non-enzymatic glycation, second one is polyol pathway, and the third one is oxidative stress. Firstly, we are going to discuss about polyol pathway. Under non-diabetic condition, glucose is metabolized by glycolysis and pentose phosphate pathway. In diabetes, glucose enters the polyol pathway and increased amount of glucose is converted into sorbitol by the enzyme aldose reductase. In the lens, sorbitol is produced faster than it is converted into fructose by the enzyme sorbitol dehydrogenase. Sorbitol does not easily cross cell membrane due to its polar character. It prevents intracellular removal through diffusion. Therefore, it can accumulate into cells and lead to osmotic changes in lens fiber, ultimately results in the formation of cataractogenesis. Next one is oxidative stress. It is an imbalance between the rate of oxidant production and rate of degradation. Oxidative stress in hyperglycemia was enhanced generation of ROS occurring at mitochondrial level. Also attenuates antioxidative mechanisms through glycation of scavenging enzyme. Oxidative stress is present in lens easily during the causes of diabetes and expressed by accumulation of lipid peroxidation product, malonidine MDA, and depletion of main biological antioxidants like GPX, GSH, CAT, and SOD. All of these conditions lead to formation of oxidative stress, ultimately cataractogenesis. The last we can discuss about non-enzymatic glycation and glycooxidation. AG is another mechanism associated with the pathogenesis of diabetic cataract under hyperglycemia. Part of excess glucose react non-enzymatically with proteins or other tissues, due to which physiological rate of non-enzymatic glycation increase. Advanced glycation end products begins with the first step complex Maillard process, in which attachment of glucose carbonyl group to a free group of proteins or amino acids to form a liable escape base adduct. After several hours, rapidly increased and reached equilibrium, undergoes slow rearrangement for a period of week, and first product formed during Maillard reaction is Amadori product. Finally, advanced glycation end products are formed either as heterogeneous mixture of protein compounds or nitrogen oxygen containing hydroxyl compound by the process of dehydrogenation, condensation, fragmentation, oxidation, and cyclization. These are the intermediates, and due to this accumulation of advanced glycation end products into the lens are the result of formation of cataract. Thank you. This is all about mechanisms associated with cataract.